Now, I have had since the onset of the pandemic lots of questions regarding antibodies. Questions like, why does an individual get infected despite getting both the doses? Why are doctors dying despite both the doses of the vaccine? Why are people getting reinfected within 6 months of getting COVID when they have good amount of antibodies? Which antibodies are better? Do the variants work against antibodies? Well, we've been trying on the program to try and demystify for you this entire phenomena of antibodies. And yes, today we managed to do it to a degree, I guess, because there is still so much unknown when it comes to how antibodies really work. So here's our attempt at trying to understand that. Let's get into our explainer. Now, COVID antibodies. One of the keys to combating COVID-19 is understanding how our immune system responds to SARS-CoV-2. To understand antibodies, let's understand first things about how coronavirus, in fact, has an effect on our body and how it starts attacking our body as well. Now, SARS-CoV-2 is a non-cellular microscopic organism, meaning it can only multiply in the living cells. When it enters our body through respiratory passages, that's nose, throat, etc., it attaches itself to what are called the ACE2 receptors. These ACE2 receptors are present all the way in our airways like nose, throat, heart, kidney, lungs, and present all the way into what can be called a passageway for the virus in the body. Now, having understood how the virus enters your body and what happens then, let's talk about antibodies. We have broken them down into two categories for you: the naturally produced antibodies and then those acquired through vaccines. Let's talk about the natural ones first. Now, so say you have contracted the virus, and once it enters your body, the first reaction that comes in your body is from T cells in your blood. Consider them some sort of first line of defense inside your body. T cells start acting on the virus within minutes, and if successful, they will stop the virus from invading your body. So it really depends on who has how many T cells and how efficient are they. Now, the younger you are, the more efficient your T cells are going to be. So kids are going to be able to have a great capacity of fighting out this virus. But if you have T cells and they have managed to block the virus, you may not end up developing any antibodies, not in the way you can actually test it. So a lot of people who get mild COVID infection but never really got antibodies, it's because your T cells did a fantastic job and stopped the virus right in the beginning, giving you a mild infection, but you didn't develop any antibodies that could be tested. In fact, there have been studies now which in fact talk about that people who do develop T cell immunity are less likely to get reinfection as well, even with the new variants, as T cells develop a memory and they know how to fight the virus in the future as well. So if you have T cells, fantastic. If you don't and they don't manage to stop the virus, the fight then moves on to the B cells in your blood. Now, B cells are primarily designed to fight out infections, and they develop small and very, very strong, immunity and memory. Once they start working, your body then develops further and several other kinds of antibodies. First, kick in the IgM. The IgM antibodies are formed in about just 7 days and they last up to only 6 weeks. But these are the antibodies which are not to give you protection but fight the virus. Once that job is done, kicks in the IgG. They are your protective antibodies, also called neutralizing antibodies, and the most important bit really that you need to understand. More IgG antibodies meaning more protection. The IgG antibodies are formed in about 2 to 3 weeks and they last up to 6 months. There are also several kinds of these IgG antibodies. Of 5 to 10 days of illnesses, you will develop several kinds of them. Like there's one IgG. Apart from that, there is neutralizing antibody, very important, NAB as they are called, anti-spike antibody, the RBD specific antibody as well, and they all work together like a football team, to give you an analogy, all working in tandem to fight out the virus. Moving on to the vaccine acquired antibody. Let's talk about that now. All vaccines form antibodies through the B cells. Now, these also, the overall number of antibodies do not matter here. What matters is the specific protective antibodies against the virus. Remember, I told you that earlier as well. For example, since Covaxin is a whole virus, it will end up forming more antibodies. And Covishield, since it works only on the spike protein, the antibodies formed through this tech would be less in number. But this does not mean that they are any less effective. Because remember, I told you, there are only the specific antibodies that are protective antibodies and they matter. They will be formed in equal or almost equal amount with both the vaccines. So both vaccines are good. In fact, different tech of the vaccine really defines how many antibodies you're going to develop. And even then, every individual will have a different kind and different number of antibodies. So the next question really is going to be how many antibodies are really formed. So how many antibodies are formed in your body will really depend upon how healthy your immune system is. The same level of infection can end up giving two different kinds and two different amounts of antibodies in two different people. The number of antibodies also depends on age of the person, comorbidities. So the healthier you are, the more antibodies are going to be formed, both during infection and also with the vaccine. And then the million-dollar question really, why do reinfections happen? Well, to simplify it for you, this can happen if your virus load that you have contracted is quite high. Then even a good amount of antibody and in a healthy person can not be enough. Antibodies, both developed or vaccine acquired, cannot be enough if the virus load is too high at this point. This is what is said to have happened even with the doctors who died despite both the jabs, because their sheer amount of exposure to the virus was too high. The virus load is directly proportional, remember, to the time of exposure you have with the virus. 5 minutes vis-a-vis 25 minutes can make a world of difference in how you're going to be able to fight COVID-19. Though in most cases, people who do get reinfection, remember this, it will not be very severe and your body will be able to fight it out. But having told you all of this really about antibodies, do remember the bottom line here is that even good amount of antibodies shouldn't make you complacent. You are continue to wear your very humble N95 mask and continue to maintain distance now, no matter how many antibodies you have.